Hello, and welcome to the channel, I guess. If you're just joining us here, if this is your first time, good, you've come to the right spot. This is the beginning. Uh, my name's Warner, if you don't know. Some of my friends call me Doc. And if you're watching this, it's because it's because my wife and I have moved to Puerto Rico. I'm producing this in the summer of 2022 when I have one more year of teaching as a college professor remaining, upon which time I will retire after almost 25 years in the classroom. And we are retiring to the very southwest corner of Puerto Rico, the municipality of Cabo Rojo, just outside of the town of El Combate. And I think it's pretty well understood that it's a grave error, a tremendous mistake to retire without some idea of what it is that you want to do. And I've got a list of things that I'm looking forward to doing in my retirement and into my dotage. Uh, I don't know that being, God help me, a content creator or an influencer is really in the cards. It's certainly not my intention. I've just got things I want to do. Um, and, among these are fishing, I guess, and some farming is really kind of stretching it. But the uh, the the place where we hope to go, and we still haven't bought it yet. And friends around here who know this story roll their eyes and go, still. Um, Buying property in Puerto Rico can be a real challenge. And I've heard stories from some folks that were able to just breeze through the process. That has not been our experience. So I may devote some time, if I do this YouTube kind of stuff, to discussions of life in Puerto Rico, what it's like. What are some of the wonderful things about it? And there are many wonderful things about it. What are some of the real challenges and the real headaches that come with life on that island? Why did Patty and I choose that island as opposed to some other alternatives? So that might be part of the content that comes up into the future. But the property that we're hoping to buy is about 20 acres. And that's plenty, that's tons. And I grew up on a small farm, and I've had my hands in the dirt for as long as I can remember. And so I'm looking forward to doing some tropical gardening. I'm imagining all sorts of things that I can make grow on our hillside. And so part of what my retirement plans are is that sort of uh, clearing of the land and construction of raised beds and planting all sorts of fruits, lots of fruits, vegetables, all the everything. So that's sort of that should be a good bit to keep me going. And the land that we're hoping to buy is about a quarter of a mile from the water. And although I grew up on a small farm in central Virginia, my family had some property along the Chesapeake Bay, and so I grew up summers spending time out on the bay. And some of my earliest, fondest memories are of sailing with my father in a little sunfish, day sailor sort of thing. So sailing, fishing, farming, if we can call it that, are all in the cards, I think. And so there's again, if I wind up doing some of this YouTube nonsense, there may very well be those sorts of themes. Um, at the moment, I've reached the ripe old age of 56, and I will retire shortly after reaching my 57th birthday. And it's interesting the response that I get from some of my colleagues on the faculty here. Um, a good number of them are absolutely amazed, and wonder how can you do this? How is it possible? You're so young. God bless them for saying so. You're so young. How can you retire at such an early age? Um, and then there are others who look at me and go, "Yeah, yep, yep. You're a bright fellow, Warner. You kind of figured it out. You know how this works, and good for you." And that always makes me smile because I'll tell you this: I'm retiring at the ripe old age of 57, not because I earned an extraordinary salary. Far from it. For most of my time on the faculty, my pay was right around, maybe a little less than what the average high school teacher was making here in Virginia. And for a good bit of that time, um, my wife was unemployed or underemployed, so I'm raising a family of four on a high school teacher's salary. And here I am retiring. Here we are retiring at the age of 57. How's that possible? And it seems that there's quite the cottage industry on YouTube of all sorts of folks giving all kinds of financial advice. And so, why not? It this would be in fact my experience of it, and how it's possible. I We probably could have retired 5 years ago, and there are particular reasons, private reasons why that didn't happen. But so how is it that you can live a comfortable enough life? We were fine. We were never really paycheck to paycheck, but how is it that you're able to do that and still retire? In my case, what 10 years before um, sort of statutory retirement age. Social Security Administration says 67 is the retirement age. How is it possible to do that? I'll explain our process. Uh, I also have seen there's this craze now, and because I'm a college professor and I teach young men who are 18 to 22 years old. Some of them have sort of been bitten by this bug known as FIRE, which is an acronym that stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And I've seen a few of these sorts of folks and the advice that they give. And I've always found that rather lopsided, to be perfectly honest, and a little ambitious, unrealistically ambitious. Oh, you know, get out of college, earn $150,000 a year. Oh, okay. Uh, Good luck. And then retire 5 years after. Well, maybe, but that's that's hoping that a lot goes right for you. And what I don't see in a lot of these financial advice videos is particularly for those with on that subject of financial independence, retire early, fire. What I don't see is what is it that you're going to give up if you're dedicated to this process, and is there some sort of balance there? So um, I'm I may very well spend a little bit of time kind of talking about um, finances and investments and sort of boring stuff like profit and loss statements, P&Ls, or balance sheets, or that sort of stuff. Things that often are associated with corporate finance, but really ought to be associated with personal finance as well. So I may do some of that. So there may be fishing, there may be boats. I'd like to build a couple of boats. Boat building, sailing, fishing, snorkeling, um, farming, finance. I don't know. Who knows? I guess the idea behind this is twofold. One, 25 years of teaching, and you develop habits. And these habits are occupational hazards, I guess. And one of them is that I can talk for 50 minutes about absolutely nothing. Ask my students; they'll tell you I do that routinely. Nice thing about this camera is there's a timer there, and I can see how long I'm going. So I'll try and keep them all shorter than that. I promise. But this is what I do is talk. And so in retirement, I may very well just continue to talk, and this is just me being me. But if you're seeing this and we're down on the island, that means the family and friends and former students and former colleagues and all of the rest are a long ways away. And so this is I think a nice way for me to kind of let them know what's going on, let them know that we're doing well, assuming that we're doing well. Let them know how the retirement is going. The possibility of staying in touch in some ways, and that's really it. Now, I don't know anything really about YouTube and its terms of service. It's all of the rest. None of that. I've posted videos there for professional reasons, not to run a YouTube channel in the past. So I don't really know how that works all that well. So I'll be finding out. Um, the videos that I've seen on YouTube say things like, "Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this, and hit smash." I think sometimes they'll say, "Smash that notify button, bell button, or whatever the heck it is." I don't know. I don't care. I honestly don't care. Subscribe or not. Like it or not. Get notifications or just come by when you feel like it. I don't care. I presume, I presume all of those things are related to remuneration, right? Related to either YouTube paying these people for some reason, um, or or these people are looking for advertisers. I've seen some YouTube channels that seem to have gotten kind of successful, and they'll actually read advertising copy on them. I can assure you that'll never happen here, probably because no one's going to watch. But I'm not doing this for the money, folks. I don't care. Don't need it. Um, So, hey, look, if if manufacturers want to send me their products, okay, fine. But I'm not looking for products to review. I'm not looking for corporate endorsements. I'm not looking for advertisers who want to pay me to shill their stuff. I don't care. So subscribe if you want or not. Like it or not. It doesn't matter to me. Anyway, um, what I imagine will happen soon after this gets posted, which means that we're in Puerto Rico, is that I'll begin kind of putting together, I think they're called playlists, right? So there'll be some on multiple different topics there. But in short, welcome to the channel. Oh, by the way, I guess I'll end on this. Like, share, subscribe, all of the other stuff. Or not, I don't care. Do me a favor. If there's something you want to chat about, uh, put it down in the comments. Uh, my students will tell you that it was usually pretty simple in a way to get Dr. Winborn off and running. Dr. Winborn, what do you think about? Well, let me tell you. And away we'd go. Um, but I always warn them at the start of the semester that if you do that, none of that's going to be on the test, but the stuff that we were supposed to cover will be on the test. So get me get me off and running at your own risk. But yeah, if there's something that you want to know about my life and our life in retirement, about the island, about the property, about whatever it is that we're doing or what's going on in this crazy world of ours, sure, drop drop something down in the comments, and who knows, I can chat about it next time. Till then, I'll see you. And just like that, we're in Puerto Rico. Uh, it's uh, it's time to start making videos available. How about that? Probably the best way to put it. And there've been a number of things that have gotten in the way, not the least of which are my ineptitude when it comes to these sorts of things. With COVID, you know, with COVID, I like so many others on the faculty scrambled and struggled to try and make it all work, on the fly. And I think I did all right. Um, but I remember it took a long time just to make a 1 hour video. Was a very much a very full day affair, and it was that was challenging. I don't need I don't need that in my life. This is what I need in my life. So we're, um, we're not doing that. We're not doing that much. But part of this is technology. All I've got is this old person's cell phone. God bless her that Patty gave me, and I guess it's okay. I'm sure you can hear the air conditioning unit running in the background, so the noise is going to be a little off, and the video quality's I did just order a couple of cameras. One that I think is going to do a better job of this kind of stuff. One that can go underwater, sort of action camera. We'll see what happens with that. Uh, I'm not breaking the bank on these things. It's just trying to give you a little bit better quality than what a crappy little cell phone will do. But I gotta start somewhere. So I'm making this addendum to let you know more stuff's on the way. As I can put it together. Part of this is not just video equipment stuff. Part of it is this setup of computers and editing and stuff. And it's everything here takes time. There are videos coming, I imagine, for what takes time here, why things take time here. But for this little addendum, I first of all wanted to let you know, sorry that we've been here a month and haven't said much, at least not in terms of video. It's not for lack of interest. It's just too many other things going on. But also, I wanted to make this video to kind of apologize and put into some context the somewhat intemperate rant uh, just a few moments ago about liking and subscribing and all the rest. Look, um, if you like this video, fine. I'm amazed, but great. And if you want to like it, go ahead, knock yourself out. My understanding is that's one of the ways that YouTube tracks these kinds of things. And if lots of people like videos, then the video creators get paid. I don't care about that. Not in this for that reason. But I think it also, my understanding is, if you like videos, then YouTube will keep showing you those things. If you want to guarantee that you keep seeing them, then you can subscribe to it. If you want to do that, knock yourself out. I think that's yet another way that YouTube keeps track of these things and ultimately pays people to do this. I'm not looking to get paid. Like if you like it, subscribe if you want to keep watching them. Great, fine. Share it if you um, clearly have no friends and want to drive the few people that you know away. But if you want to do that stuff, fine. I think YouTube tracks all of that. I don't care. Right? Does not matter to me. So like, subscribe, share. Um, there's I think maybe some sort of notification thing where you actually get texts or something when I haphazardly post something. Boy, you need a hobby if you do that. But who am I to judge? Go ahead, man, knock yourself out. I don't care. So I'm not doing any of this for for the for the remuneration. I promise you, not a lick. And in fact, this is what I will promise here, and I'll make this promise all the way through. If for whatever reason this strikes a chord with folks and they want to watch it, and I can't imagine why, uh, and YouTube decides to cut me a check, I'll let you know. And whatever YouTube pays me, I'll donate here. And there are some wonderful public service organizations here, some wonderful charities here on the island that could certainly use the money. So, what the heck? Like and subscribe and all of the other sorts of stuff. Do all of the crazy things that YouTube wants you to do to follow me. If you want to contribute to some of the organizations here on the island, and there's some great ones. There's one, and Lord knows Puerto Rico needs it. There are a number of organizations that deal with abandoned pets, stray dogs, stray cats. The animals. There we go. AC just kicked off. The animals do quite well here out on their own. They are feral, but they are friendly. But they need to be that population needs to be brought into check. And there's some good organizations working with that. And there's I hate to say packs, but it's what a collection of dogs is. There's a pack of dogs around here, maybe half a dozen of them, and they're all very sweet, all very nice, very friendly and happy, and all of the rest. But we need to keep that pack of a half dozen dogs from becoming a pack of 50 dogs. So there are some good organizations like that around here. There's another one that I need to look into a bit more. There's plankton in the water, which is a tremendous. This type of plankton is a tremendous tourist attraction because they luminesce as they are disturbed. And so, if you go through them in a boat at night, the seas light up from these bioluminescent plankton. And my understanding is there are only like a half dozen places on the planet that do this, and two or three of them are here in Puerto Rico. There's one not too far down the road from us in Panagara, in the municipality of Lajas. I think there's another one on the east coast in Fajardo. And my understanding is the problem is the impact of the boating, the impact of the tourism actually damages the population of the plankton. So my understanding is there are organizations that will effectively farm this plankton. They'll create pools, sheltered pools for this stuff, and they'll bring it in and let it grow undisturbed, and then dump it into the bays there and let the population in their protected pools grow and dump. And this protects the biodiversity, I guess. Maintains this plankton, but it's also good for the tourism. Let's face it. So I may look into those two, and there may be some others. But anyway, all of this is to say, forgive me if my remarks about liking and subscribing and all the rest were a bit intemperate. Feel free to do so. I'd be stunned. I'd be shocked. I'd be flattered. But I'm not going to be paid for this. And if YouTube does get to that point where they decide to pay me, I'll cash the check and then turn it right over to somebody here who needs it. So anyway, uh, like, subscribe, and all the rest, and keep an eye out for more videos shortly. See you.